Last time.
It's like Ace Attorney and Danganronpa.
Let's continue.
The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
Hey, don't blurt it out, Paimon. It's rude to spoil the mystery for everyone else. Just like how the Genshin community should be more careful about spoiling the game. Honestly, let's extend that. Let's extend it to the Star Rail community, to the other fandoms that love spoiling stuff the day a new update comes out. Let's just extend it to everybody. I'm glad I could just have to walk up here and be like, "Hey, elevator, come on down!" And it'll work.
Okay, Navia line.
Time for your Primo Stealer line? Oh, I see what you're saying. It depends. Like, if I end up not liking her, then maybe I'll wish on other characters. But if I like her a lot, then I might be saving for her. So I have 235 wishes. But if we go to the shop, I still have a lot of this from when I, like, wished a ton on Wanderer, which goes up to about 103. So actually, I have 338 wishes. Elfine? How do you do? When does the... Immediately. Oh!
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan.
Elfan, my bad.
The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so. Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself.
Please read this thing I don't want to read.
The destination of the current tour is Erinias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa.
If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity.
Whoa.
Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
Ooh. Okay, we just slide on over, I guess. What? Okay, just a quick... There they are! Oh, the music is so fun in this! That wasn't too bad.
Now this is fancy! The Opera Epiclese. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray...
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Maybe don't put expectations up that quickly.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
What? Huh?
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
Did you just say something, Paimon?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Strange. Whose voice was that just now?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Huh. Okay, so it's like a tradition thing.
Lynette! You scared Paimon! When did you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
By the way, Lynette, I seem to hear a faint voice just now.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
It seemed as if the voice was coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
Others in your family? Can you elaborate on that last sentence?
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
That's an interesting explanation. I'm not sure whether I buy it, though.
So, what did the voice say?
It seemed to be calling out someone's name.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first.
What is he doing?
Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance.
Oh, that's
So chatting
Yeah.
with Linny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
fair. I feel like most performers get very nervous before doing anything.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Or I should say, like, their performance, because they wanted to go well. Magic Show. Great Magician's Night of Fantasy, starring Linny. Intro. A magic show performance by the Great Magician Linny, bringing you the Night of Miracles and Fantasy. A brand new water tank escape trick will be debuting, so don't miss it. The Merusi Village Nights, performed by the Melusine Philharmonic Orchestra. Performance pieces. Epic of Elnius. Excerpts. Ode to Judges. Excerpts. Melusine Philharmonic Orchestra's renowned Fontainian orchestra. It is especially notable for being entirely composed of Melusine musicians. The pieces for this performance will be broadly divided into two sections. First half will feature excerpts from the Epic of Elnius, while the second will be a hymn sung by the chorus. Objection! Why does this performance include no hymn to the Archon? We must strongly protest this. It is blasphemy and should be judged. Okay. In accordance with a special request from a certain member of the audience, the entirety of Farina's benevolence has been added to the set list. Please do not leave the venue prior to the end of the show. Wow! Wow! That's not a good environment. Wow! This place is gorgeous.
Traveler and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment, I'll fetch the tickets.
There's just these weird moments where Linny just
The
does
Opera House
stuff.
has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Linny.
Dang.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Are you still sus? Absolutely. It never changed. There's just these moments where he's just doing stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, he's doing these things. And I'm like, I don't know if I trust it. You are the machine in his head. At this point, I would believe it. I would believe it wholeheartedly if he was just like, by the way, there's a guest to see you. And she just is like, hello, traveler, and then stabs you with her hands.
Hey, Linny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Okay, wait, that voice. I could be crazy. That voice sounded like My Hero Academia, Bakugo's English voice actor. That sounded like Bakugo's English voice actor.
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Linny.
This place is gorgeous, by the way. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Ah! 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 Wait, can I sit like anywhere? Ah! Ah! I haven't been to a stage performance in such a long time. Oh, this is making me feel very nostalgic, actually. Also, these freaking balcony seats? How much would you have to pay to get these seats? I've got balcony seats before, and they're tiny. These are massive, with couches. And I noticed the little tip of the head of a certain character.
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down. Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still, it's kinda awkward if we don't say anything.
Isn't that usually your job?
You little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Yeah, because you do it all the time, Paimon! I love you, but...
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
Okay, wasn't expecting that.
I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Yeah, let's talk!
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it. Paimon's... Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So, let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
This is getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
Good, this was a question I wanted to ask.
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linny would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Ray Chase, you have a really good sounding microphone.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction.
Ow! I have done nothing yet.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linny. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
You know what I just realized he reminds me of? He's the Zhang Li of Fontaine, basically. Where you see him and you would expect like an intimidating man, and then instead you get, let me reminisce about tea with you for 5 hours straight. Long ago, 7,000 years ago, this tea maker. Like, that's him right now. I genuinely wasn't expecting this. I was kind of looking forward to having a stern Alhaitham again. But this is also pleasant, don't get me wrong. That's just what I was expecting of Alhaitham to be like, of him being like, oh, who are you guys? I don't want to bother. But no, he's like, oh, you want to chat? Well, I'm happy to chat. And I'm like, wait, I wasn't expecting this side of you. Wait.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice.
Oh.
That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really.
He's less of a daddy, but more of a grandpa, but like a young grandpa, kind of like Welt, maybe. See, that's the thing. I play Honkai Star Rail, and Welt is the character I want the most. And with every passing line, I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now.
She's been here the whole time!
I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression.
You had some interesting line deliveries when you were talking about her, though, sir.
So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Oh, so we just have to acknowledge her and just be like, yes, we see and understand and respect your presence, and that's it? That's enough to satisfy her? Okay, cool.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
Crowd enters the venue.
Ooh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting!
That's always like my favorite part of like going to like stage performances or theaters is when the lights dim. You're like, whoo!
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny.
Okay.
And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Is she always sleepy for every performance?
Whatever.
Oh, I kind of love her.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Interesting line delivery there, Linny.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Interesting. Also, I like how his model in the back, you can see that his vision is in there. Oh!
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Ooh!
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. That was fun! Yeah, I noticed that earlier.
What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't seem to do anything.
I love Paimon getting wrapped up in back shows. That's fun.
Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
What a show. No wonder he's a famous magician. It was awesome.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Are you calling me out right now, sir?
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box.
You will?
Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Let's just watch and see. I'm sure we can spot how he does it. I doubt it, but let's just watch and see.
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible.
Do you see these balloons and stars? We thought it might make the room feel less claustrophobic for you, in case you have those intense fears. There's a string on the side where you can pull down the balloons and play with them if you want.
You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's poor. Wait! I could be looking into it because a lot of NPCs share the similar design, but this feels like the pickpocketer.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
I'm sure Liddy's prepared. With the whole crowd counting together, you couldn't even if you wanted to.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Timing's important. I mean, I guess it makes sense for magic.
Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60! 59! 58!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
And be sure to count really loud so that no one else can hear stuff going on.
54? 53? 52? Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, alright. You looked so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
40! 39! 38!
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
I think it's all just part of the show. Maybe he's just supremely confident in his abilities. I think it's part of the show. Oh.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Did it come from the stage? Maybe it was just to divert our attention.
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25! 24! 23!
What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19! 18! 17!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10!
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
Oh, fireworks! Or not fireworks, but pyrotechnics.
What happened?
was sudden.
Huh? Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
Nanny? That's how I feel. Oh, that was so sudden!
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
After some time, the guards complete their investigation.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage.
Wow. Okay, so the fireworks on the stage igniting the ropes. I don't know why I'm treating this like an Ace Attorney case where I'm immediately like, okay, I have to take notes. I have to figure out what's going on. But I'm gonna. You're in the right mindset when you said keep talking about the fights. Well, Ace Attorney, Danganronpa, here we are. They're very similar.
As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience.
That is true. Visually, I remember Cal was outside the box, but they found him inside the box now?
And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
If that girl truly is the girl from the pickpocket earlier, then that is fascinating. Maybe it was another way for her to escape or something.
It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance.
Different helper. Okay, I'll have to rewatch this later. So incident was not...
And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Oh, true. That does throw a wrench in my current theory, which is fine, because this is still very early, but...
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before!
And to pull it off like this, in front of an audience, including the Archon and Chief Justice. Sounds like the work of a professional magician to me. Okay, I'll move on. It's not Lenny. I have to talk to him first. It's still too early to say, like, there could be more evidence that doesn't incriminate him. Like, here's the thing. There was a bang in the box, we heard, right? That could have been Lenny pulling someone out. Oh, no, wait. The box opened up later. And we saw inside of it, though. So that gets rid of that theory. I should just keep continuing. My brain is going like at 5,000 miles an hour coming up with theories. I need to continue. I need more information.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lenny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Well, now that you say it, I don't believe it.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right! How can Lenny do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time! We can even hear his voice!
There are such things as recordings.
Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances! He couldn't possibly mean catching himself!
He's a suspect at most. It's hard to believe all this happened during the show. He's just a suspect. That doesn't mean he did it. He is just a suspect.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Lenny and his associates? and that you are pressing charges?
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing.
I just want to interject here. I can definitely see how the community got so divided on Farina, because I have seen either people love her immensely and will die for her, or hate her with like a fiery passion. And I can kind of see it. I genuinely don't have strong opinions one way or the other. But what I can say is that it's very interesting thinking about Farina, knowing that she is not the first Hydro Archon. And a lot of her actions seem to reflect this mentality, at least to me. I'm making a lot of assumptions here, but her actions kind of seem to reflect this mentality that she wants to be accepted by her people. And it seems, my current interpretation is that she likes going into these outlandish performances for the appeal of her country, of her people. Because if things are interesting and she's making things interesting, then people will like what she brings and will like her an extent. That's my current interpretation. Obviously, as the quest goes on, things will change, but this is what I'm getting from Farina. I do have to say, though, props to the voice actress. She's doing a great job. It feels like she's the type of character that is designed to make people not like her immediately.
That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
The Traveler trusts Linny.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Linny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linny's attorney and defend him in this case?
I don't think we should. We can't just understand the laws of this country and also, like, self-representing yourself in court is a terrible, terrible thing to do. Unless you are, like, really good at law, and even then I wouldn't recommend it. But sure, I'll pretend to be Phoenix, right?
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House.
A day from now.
Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linny and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
Wow, this really is, I just realized, it is very similar to Ace Attorney because it's basically like, oh, you're his defense attorney? Okay, go and investigate. It's like, okay, it should be the detective's job, but okay. Cue the Phoenix Wright turnabout music, right?
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, Farina, but I'm used to this. I've played a lot of Phoenix Wright. Everyone's dismissed and the audience begins to leave alongside Farina and Nouvellette.
Indeed!
Indeed! I've played a lot of Phoenix Wright!
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
I don't trust this guy. There's just these weird moments where Linny just does stuff. Sounds like the work of a professional magician to me. Here's what I will say. I still find Linny suspicious, but I don't know if he's a murderer. He's suspicious to me, but I don't know if he's a murderer. Still gonna say hard to say, though.
I understand. Even I'm not sure what happened, so I can only imagine how difficult it is for you to grasp the situation. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion.
Well, how about this? You tell me how your magic is supposed to work during these performances, and we can figure it out there. Can you do that?
I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
It is very strange, but there's no denying what happened. I mean, it is strange. There's weird circumstances around it.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Where did you get those glasses?
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
I love it.
Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I love it. I like, listen, genuinely, I love it.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I won't let you down. I am used to this sort of thing.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Ah, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it.
I appreciate it. We'll see how much we can keep it a secret. But if push comes to shove, you know, evidence is evidence. But I appreciate it. I know it's not hard. It's not easy to reveal your life's work.
We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case! Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
We're Linny and Lynette's attorneys.
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Wait. Okay, before we continue, I'm so sorry. I have a question for chat about NPCs. When we were out in the lobby with Linny and Lynette, there was a helper that came out to say, hey, your time is up. Like, you have to help out with stuff. What was that NPC's name? Because I can't remember names that well. That was the guy who died. So that was Cal. Okay. That's what I thought. But I was worried I misremembered. Because I was like, oh wait, Cal was the one outside. And then the one that was by the box was like Garrett or something, right? The one that was like telling Linny like, hey, we're running out of time. Could you hurry up, please? That was a name that began with a G, right? Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to get my facts straight. Again, this is what I do when I play like detective games, which you guys might see later, I end up missing a lot of details. So I know I'm not actually going to be going to trial, probably. Like, they might just kind of railroad me there. But I still want to do it for me. I like doing this stuff in like Danganronpa and Ace Attorney. Okay, so Cal was the one that was like, hey, Lenny, get inside. The one that sounds like he was voiced by Bakugo's voice actor. And then Garrett was the one on stage. What was they didn't really mention what happened to Garrett. He was outside. The thing that is so fascinating is Lenny opens up the box and you look inside and there's no one there. He walked to the side before it was smashed. Okay, yeah, he was on the side, but there was only one dead body recovered? I need info.
Huh? What do you mean?
I love it.
Come with me and you'll see.
Okay, give me the details. What's up?
The deceased is one of Lenny's assistants named Cal.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cal inside it.
But why was Cal inside?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap.
Where were the ropes positioned? Up in the, oh, I forget what that area is called. The walkways. Where were the ropes positioned in the walkways for the fire to reach up that far? Because the fire was at the front of the stage, the box was in the middle. Where were the ropes positioned in the walkways?
All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Lenny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
I mean, there's other members of staff that could do that.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
I mean, you're not wrong there. People can also be the most reliable evidence. Yeah, it's unfortunately a double-edged sword.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
You can use the case record to confirm your current evidence and clue collection situation and sort case-related information. You can check as yet undiscovered evidence and clues in the case record, then investigate the corresponding area to locate them. Use perception skill to find evidence and clues that can be investigated with certain radius around yourself. This will advance your overall progress. All right, here's their investigation report. Investigation from the guards indicate that the fireworks launched at the tail end of the magic performance set the rope dangling, the water tank alight, causing the tank to fall and kill Cal, who was within it. It seems evident that Lenny is the likeliest user of the prop to commit the crime. However, the reason for the victim being Cal and the reason for the chosen lady's disappearance remain mysteries. Deceased identity. So that's Cal. He was trusted by all his colleagues. His job was setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. So he was in charge of checking the props. Fascinating. Would he have known about the rope? Note that leaving this area will interrupt your story experience. This may affect your current quest progress. I figured as much. But unfortunately, it's really late for me, and this is where I am going to have to call it. What might end up happening is next time when we come to this game, we might have to replay the cutscenes a bit. So that just might end up happening.